So today we're going to be taking a look here at the hotly anticipated Thrilling 30 Generations Leader Class Jetfire. That was a lot to say. So here he is in robot mode. I have to say he looks really awesome here. I'm going to lift him up so you can see. He's got the super chromed out accessories, which, they're okay. I can see where people want more detail on him. I can understand that. He is pretty good here. He does have a really cool face mask here on the back. You can see he's got his jet nose. He's got his booster backpack, which is completely reversible. You can pull this down, rotate these around, and then put this back if you want him to be kind of a shorter, more compact form up front. The mask is a mask. It just comes off like this. You just pull it a little bit and it unclips. You can see here. Gives him that look of the classic toy. Without it, he has a very nice face sculpt. I actually prefer this face sculpt better than the actual original. He does have some pretty decent light piping. I don't really have a light to show it right now. Here is his main gun, which is very chromy. You hit the button there and it does fire. All of the chrome is removable, so you've got his arm guns, both sides here, which are pretty much standard, and when they are off it does expose that he has hollow forearms, which is kind of a shame, but what can you do? The leg armor comes off here. I mean, they're very nice sculpt. They're just, no paint apps. Normally I'm not horribly upset about the paint apps, but I can understand in this case. So you can pull this down. His backpack just comes off like this. And put that back up here. Take a look at this for a moment. Really kind of reminds you of the original toy. 2 boosters on the back, or 4 boosters on the back instead of the 2 big ones. And you do have extra ports, so you can put the weapons on in different, customizations. And these do, like I said, rotate here with this little pad there. So looking at Jetfire himself, very cool. I think they did get the look of the classic animated Jetfire pretty good. Guess I'm looking here at the detailing. See on his back. The, can't avoid it jet kibble. I have to say I am very happy with them. He's pretty easy to transform. He's pretty posable here. Head is kind of on a swivel hinge. Swivel at the neck and a hinge on the head here. Of course you got a lot of ratchets on this guy. You got ratchets there. You got, I don't know what would you call that. Out shoulders, I guess. A swivel under that. Ratcheting elbow. No wrist whatsoever, unfortunately. No torso. You got ratcheting hip. Ratcheting thigh out. Ratcheting knee, which will go past 90 degrees. And you've got feet that can kind of go in and out. Although it doesn't really move left or right, so you kind of have to have them kind of in a wider stance here to make up for it. The only thing I would really say is that one of his ankles, at least on mine, is a little loose, so it kind of got to be careful when you're posing them here. But you see the feet they're on a double hinge in here for the transformation, so you can push them out, you can have them angled back a little bit, and give them a bigger heel, whatever you need. But pretty much to transform them, you're going to start by just pushing them straight up into the body. And if you look there, you can see there is some nice thruster molding on there. Alright, so basically the arms here are double pegged in. They peg in, if you can see it here, onto the wing right there. And then they also peg in here on the chest. So you got to double unpeg and pull that down. Okay, and then basically, once you do that, you're just dismembering Jetfire. So you want to pull his legs out like this. Then this whole body piece is going to flit forward. And basically it's going to come around like this. And kind of fold up. And this is kind of the part that I always have a little bit of trouble with getting it to go. But basically, the head doesn't fold in. These doors open. This is all going to accordion around. And then the legs, you have to get out of the way. So I think I'm doing that in just slight different order here. So bring the arms back. And then they're going to peg and tab together here. Like so. Alright. Then the legs are going to come back around, fold them out, and give the knees a click, couple clicks. So again, fold it so the wheels are down, give the knee 2 clicks, and bring that back like this, which is going to kind of create this stuff going on here. Then the upper body here, believe it or not, is going to fold up into this. There we go. I don't really care for how it does this because I think it's a little too forceful. But basically you're going to work that up. And then these doors are going to close on up here and close up those hatches. So you've got it done like this. Except for some reason I never quite get it right the first time. But there we go. Alright. Now fold out the wings. Now back here, let's see. Alright. I'm going to take this jet piece here. It's going to accordion out like this and fold down into place, and then you see there are tabs right here that are going to hold the legs in place. You can see that here. And I hadn't noticed it, but if you can see in there, there is a tab that actually goes into the top of the arms to help hold that in place. So there we go. Get all that tabbed in. Sorry. And then you come up front here, and then you just take the canopy and you click it into place. And there you go. You can see he's got molded in guns up here. Just like the original, he's got a landing gear that comes out. Now we fold up his tail, and there you go. There he is in his normal jet mode. And I have to say, this jet mode is awesome. I mean, it's just beautiful, minimalist paint, good Autobot symbol. I mean, yes, obvious kibble down here. I'm not going to lie about it. Don't tell Spade of the Bolt Matrix I said I wasn't going to lie about it. Cockpit does open. You get a tandem seating. Very awesome. And then, of course, all the armor does fit on here. But I think one question at least I had when I first saw this was, will this do a Gerwalk Guardian mode like the original would? Because, you know, the original was just a Macross toy brought over. Unfortunately, with the way this transforms, he doesn't really do a Gerwalk, unfortunately. You can kind of get him out like this. You know, you can kind of get him to stand. But the way the hips plug into the front and the way these are here, they don't come forward enough. And then the arms, well, let's see. Is there a chance we can do this? I'm kind of curious. I always kind of want to see, you know, can it Gerwalk? Does it have the means? There we go. Get that out. I guess we unpeg everything back here. Bring it forward. Let's see. Yeah, if we fold the wings back here, get there, I think that will actually tab in to the wing. I don't think it will. Oh, there it went. It tabbed. Huh. Okay, so... oh, see, the hands are backwards because he's meant to be a robot flipped over. So you can bring these forward. You can flip the wings back. You can, with a little finagling, get that to peg in, which I'm not going to force on that side too much. And he will kind of make a Gerwalk, but the hands are on backwards and you can't get him to lean very much more forward than that. So I'm going to have to say that Jetfire cannot do a Gerwalk. He kind of gets close, but just it's not there. So I was kind of hopeful there when it was pegging in, but you know, the arms are just coming off backwards. So, unfortunately, no Gerwalking. But, you know, that's okay. That's alright. He is still pretty awesome. I'm not complaining that because he can't do a Gerwalk. He came close, though. When I first thought about that when I was getting ready to do this video, I did not think he would even come close, and he at least came close for it, so I have to give him that. Alright, get him back into his jet mode here. Get that pegged in. The arms pegged in. Repeg the leg. Oh, why is that not staying? Oh, there we go. It was one click off. Alright, put the gear back out. Fins back up. Okay. So there we are, back to jet mode. Okay. So, I guess let's get him armored up here in jet mode. So we put that down. We'll take the boosters here and we get those plugged in. Okay. We got him with his booster on. Now you've still got 5 guns, because you do have, oh, and his mask will fit on there while he's in robot, or is in jet mode. So you've got the leg guns, which normally go over the, oh, sorry, go over the landing gear here, barely showing the wheel. So that is still an option here when he's in jet mode. I mean, really, that's probably what they were really designed for. You've got pegs on the wing tips here, which you could put the smaller guns on here. And then you do have the big cannon, which is pretty much meant to be a nose gun. Although I have to admit, like most people, I don't think I care for that look. But it is an option. Now another option you do have, oops, I went the missile, I knew that was going to happen, is you could see about putting it on one of the side ports. Or, you know, I have found the guns will plug into these shoulder, you know, or these forearm spots that are not meant for that, but, you know, can work for it. That doesn't work very well either. Fortunately, there's not a really good place for it. I mean, personally, I would prefer to put it up top, you know. Because you put on one wing, it's kind of lopsided, so that looks funny. The original Jetfire would have held it down here somewhere, but, you know, what can you do? If you put it on there and don't put the missile on, then when it sits down, it sits on the gun, but gets out of the way. But regardless, there is Jetfire, looking very awesome. He's great in both modes. The mask here can fit the main gun. There is like a little bracket for it right here. And then basically right here is going to slide onto it. So you just go like this. And then he can hold that in robot mode if he's not wearing the battle mask. But there you go. There you have it. Very cool robot. Very cool plane. I would definitely recommend getting it if you have the means and can find him. I know he's hard to find. He does almost do a Gerwalk. Unfortunately. Not quite there, but darn close. That would have been like the perfect toy if he would have managed a Gerwalk. But I bet they probably changed the design so he couldn't do that so they wouldn't be sued. That would be my guess. Harmony Gold's a little crazy if you followed the news over the last year. But that's it. Definitely worthwhile. I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.